Let me tell you about something that happens more often than we'd like to admit. You know that feeling when someone you trusted suddenly turns their back on you? They start acting differently, maybe even talking behind your back, and you're left wondering what happened. Here's the thing. Most of the time, it's not really about you at all. When someone betrays your trust, it's usually because they're fighting their own battles. They're dealing with deep-seated insecurities, questioning their worth, and struggling to stand on their own 2 feet. Think about it like this. Imagine a tree in a storm. A strong tree with deep roots stands tall no matter which way the wind blows. But a weaker tree? It bends whichever way the strongest wind pushes it. That's exactly what happens with these people. They let others in their social circle dictate their thoughts, their actions, and even their loyalties. Their so-called friends say something negative about you, and instead of thinking for themselves, they just go along with it. They don't have the mental strength to form their own opinions or stand up for what they believe in. But here's the important part. Calling them a traitor or getting angry, that's not the answer. Understanding is. Because when you realize that their betrayal comes from their own weakness, their own struggles, it becomes less about what they did to you and more about what they're doing to themselves. I've seen this happen countless times. Someone who seemed so solid, so trustworthy, suddenly changes their tune because their other friends said something negative. They don't have the courage to think independently or the strength to maintain their own principles. But you know what? Instead of letting their actions hurt you, use this as a moment of growth. Let it teach you about the importance of being true to yourself, about having the strength to stand by your convictions regardless of what others say. Because at the end of the day, those who betray others are really just betraying themselves. Remember, strong people lift others up. They don't tear them down to fit in with a crowd. So next time someone betrays your trust, instead of anger, try feeling compassion. They're not your enemy. They're just someone who hasn't found their own strength yet. And maybe, just maybe, by showing them understanding instead of hostility, you might help them find that strength they're missing. Because sometimes the people who hurt us the most are the ones who need our compassion the most.